Hey guys, it's Charlotte here, and today's video is actually going to be 10 easy DIYs for your guinea pigs. And most of them are made out of stuff like cardboard and hay, so you should be able to make all of these at home. If you do make any, be sure to leave a comment down below and send me a picture on my Instagram. It's just Frizzy Pig. So yeah, let's get right on with the video. So the first DIY is this little man, and he is very easy to make, so let's get started. So to make this, you will need a toilet paper tube and some scissors. Also you'll need some willow sticks and some hay. So to make this DIY, you need to get your scissors and you want to basically go about to the middle of the tube and stab a hole. If you are young, be sure to get help from an adult. And now you've done those two holes on the sides, you want to go to the middle of one side and stab another two holes. And you're then going to want to cut out a smiley mouth. Then going to want to take a willow stick, and you're going to want to snap this willow stick in half, and then you're simply going to want to put these willow sticks into the holes on the side. And then I'm just going to stuff this with some hay, and you could leave some coming out the top as kind of like hair. And you can just fiddle around with this until you're happy with how it looks. And then you have made your very own little man for your guinea pigs. And I think this is a really funny little DIY because you can stand it up in their cage and they can nibble on him. That sounds so weird, but you know what I mean. It's really cute and I really like it. So the next DIY is actually this fleece ball, which is very simple, and I'm just going to show you how to make it. So the only thing you're going to need to make this fleece ball is fleece, and I'm actually going to be using some scraps of old projects and stuff, and this is also just a pair of gloves from they're like odd gloves from when I was younger in the winter. They're just like fleece gloves, which would be a good idea to like recycle stuff. So, and basically what we're going to do is cut them into little strips that are a couple of inches long. And I'm going to be using pinking shears. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically just like a zigzag edge, which will give it a little bit more texture. And it doesn't have to be exact at all, you can just make it like random. And if you are going to use things like this, make sure that you check with your parents or whatever in case they want to use this. These are just literally old gloves that would either go in the bin or you can reuse them. So once you've got a lot of strips, you can actually start to make the ball, and basically you're going to want to get a slightly longer strip. And then we're going to use this as like the main thing that holds the ball together. So we are going to get all of these pieces and clump them together. Basically just take them all in the middle, so you're holding it in the middle like that. And now you're going to basically take the longer bit that you had before, and you're going to put that around the middle instead of your fingers. You want to secure that with a tight knot. Now that's all you have to do is sort of ruffle up the ball like this, and then you can give it a trim. And then we've made our fleece ball. So the next DIY is really simple, and it's just this activity. What you're going to need is an egg box, and it really doesn't matter the size, and you're also going to need some treats or forage and some hay. So this is basically just a little activity because the egg box has sort of little textures in the bottom of it. You can put treats and things in the bottom of here, and it really stimulates them to find it, and it's quite a good activity which keeps them occupied for a while. So I'm going to put these in the bottom, and then I think I'm just going to top it up with hay. And you can leave this shut for them to sort of work it out, so they can have a nibble on the egg box, and then they can work out how to open it, and it should keep them busy for quite a while. So the next DIY is this ball made of paper and whatever you want inside. So for this you will need a paper bag, or I've just cut out a bit of a paper bag. And you're also going to want something to fill your ball with. So I think I'm going to do grass. So I've got some grass there. You could use grass, or you could use hay again with some treats maybe, some pellets or forage or whatever you want really. So all you're going to need to do is get some of the grass and put it in a line down this paper bag. And now I've got a good amount, I'm actually going to roll this up, and we're now going to twist this. You could leave it like this, or you could tie it in a knot to create a ball. You have finished your grass paper ball. So this DIY is a carrot roller, which is really easy to make. For this DIY you're going to want a carrot that almost rolled off the board, or any vegetable or fruit. And now I'm going to use a skewer, or like you could use a really sharp knife. Obviously be really careful with this step, but I'm basically just going to skewer a hole through the carrot. And once you think you've made enough carrot pieces, you need to grab a willow stick. I have done this before with string and had it as more of like a garland, which I hung on the side of the cage, but today I'm going to do it with a willow stick. So I'm basically just going to slide the carrots onto the willow stick. Wow. And as I said, you could do this with any fruit or vegetable of your choice. I just decided to do it with carrot because it's probably the easiest one to do. So the next DIY is this nice hanging chew with lots of different treats inside it. So for the next DIY, I'm going to be using a slightly longer toilet roll tube because I think it will probably work better for this DIY. So the first thing you're going to do is going to want to cut some interesting shapes into the sides of the toilet roll tube. So now I have cut a variation of interesting shapes. I'm going to choose this end as the bottom. So what I'm going to do is close off the end by folding down on both sides, and this creates a really nice closed edge. And then what I'm going to do is stuff this with a mixture of grass, hay, forage and maybe a couple of vegetables, but you can fill this with whatever you like. Once you have come to the top, what you're going to want to do is take your scissors again and stab 2 holes in each side of the tube. And then what you're going to want to do is take some string, and I'm basically going to tie a knot into the 2 holes to make a string for it to hang off of. And there you have a really nice hanging chew thing. A really nice chew filled with a load of different types of vegetables and treats. So the next DIY is this treat mat, and it is inspired by this one. I'll put a picture right here, and this method is a really easy way to replicate that idea. So to make this, you are going to want a piece of cardboard and another toilet roll. And what you're going to want to do is take the toilet roll and cut it into sort of cylinder pieces, so this way. And try to cut them at different widths, so here I have quite a thick one and then quite a thin one here. And once I think I've got enough of the hoops, I'm actually going to sort of mark where they are, and then with my scissors what I'm going to do is sort of not cut through the cardboard, but sort of scratch out a line for the hoop. So for example, if I want to put this hoop here, I'm going to take my scissors and roughly mark where it is. And I'm slowly, as you can see, going to go around this loop. Creating this dip will make the hoop fit a bit better into this, and it means I won't have to use any glue. Then I'm going to take the hoop and I'm going to sort of push it down, and it slots right into that hole and then it stays on there. And I'm going to repeat this for all of the other hoops. And once you've cut out all of the indentations, you can start putting the hoops back in, and then we're almost done. Once you've put them all in, all that's left to do is put some treats and bits and bobs in the bottom of the hoops. Once you have filled up the whole of the tray, you are actually finished, and this is a really nice treat that's very easy to make, and it should keep them occupied for a long time. So the next toy is this one here, and it is very simple to make, and it's a nice sort of chew that they can nibble on. So for this one you are going to need to cut up a lot of toilet paper tubes. I'm not going to show you me cutting them up because I've shown you enough times in this video. But yeah, I'm going to take all of these, and I'm also going to get some string like this. And what I'm basically going to do is wrap them all around a bit of string. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to take a long piece of this string, and I'm going to thread all of these hoops onto the string. Once you have attached all of the hoops, you could leave it like this and hang it from the side of their cage, or you could do what I'm going to do, which is bring the back together like this and then tie it again at the back. And I'm going to trim off these long edges. I'm just going to fiddle about with this to make it look how I want it to look. And then you have this really weird looking, this really complicated looking chew, which is actually really simple to create. The next DIY is this really cute little heart, and it's very easy to make. So for this DIY, all you're going to need is some cardboard and a pencil and some scissors. So we're going to start off by drawing two heart shapes on the cardboard, which are the same size. So now you have two hearts out of the cardboard. What you're going to do is decide one of them to go on the bottom and one of them to go on the top. So then we can plan where to slip them, as they're going to slip together like this. Once you have cut out the slits on both of your hearts, you can simply put them together. And then we have a very cute little heart chew, which I think is a very nice little DIY to do because you probably have cardboard already. So the next DIY is a hay spring. So to make the next DIY, we are going to need another, oh my goodness, another toilet roll tube, and this DIY is probably one of the simplest out of all of them. What we're going to do is take our scissors and cut a line that continues all the way around the tube, and then we're going to attach them. I'll show you what I mean when it's done. Once you have cut this out completely, you will have a sort of spring coil thing, and basically all we're going to do is fill this up with some hay. And now we're going to basically choose one of these ends as the top, and we're going to we're going to make a hole in the top of it, and through this hole we are going to attach a piece of string as a hook. And there we have a really unique sort of spring. This has not much hay in it, I just realised, but you could put a lot more in here. Thank you so much for watching that video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Sweet kiss kiss.